Hello Pisces, Pisces rising, and Pisces moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week starting October 31st, 2016. And of course, if you guys are curious, yes, November monthly astrology is also up on its own playlist on the main channel page, so if you want to check that out, you can always just head on over that way after this and see what's up for the general astrology for November. And if you would ever want to get a session with me outside of the general YouTube horoscopes, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, where you can schedule an appointment or order a downloadable video file. So, what is going on with your astrology this week, Pisces? Well, it seems to me like this is going to be a week all about money, career, and upward mobility for you, because we've got so much activity going on in Sagittarius, in that 10th house of career. And on Wednesday, we've got the moon forming a tight conjunction with Saturn in your career sector. And whenever the moon and Saturn come together, we have sort of an opportunity to find a culprit, if that makes sense. And this might not necessarily be a person. This could be maybe a document, or maybe some kind of blockage towards, maybe getting that promotion, or promoting your business, or negotiating a raise, making more money, finding a way to get some advancement for you on your career or work path. And when we talk about finding a culprit, I know that sometimes it sounds like it's meant to sound negative, but it's not negative. It's just all about where we do need to be applying our elbow grease, so to speak. And the moon and Saturn coming together is an excellent thing, because, sometimes we try so hard to solve problems and do troubleshooting, but we're not actually getting to the crux of the matter. Well, the crux will come to you. On Thursday, we have Venus, the planet of love, harmony, and affection, in the same area, forming a gorgeous connection, a gorgeous trine to Uranus in your earned income sector. So 2 of our 3 primary money houses are turning on this week. And whenever Venus and Uranus come together, there's always a surprise gift, or a surprise token of esteem or favor coming our way. And because this is happening so much at work, this could be great news for those of you who have been trying to, again, maybe drum up some extra cash, or for those of you who've been trying to maybe kick down a locked door when it comes to an employment opportunity. You may not have to kick it down all the way. A gentle knock may actually be just the perfect timing between Thursday and Friday, when people are actually much more willing and able to play ball. It may actually come as a bit of a surprise. So, that's what's going on with your astrology. What is going on with your cards for the week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Weaver. And I know we've had this come up several times in the last 2 months for you Pisces people, and this card is always talking about the discussion of fate and destiny, or I guess you could say the paved path for you as an individual. And when we have the card of the Weaver, it's important to pay attention to where coincidences are not coincidences this week. Nothing is random, and if something is being put on your path to be seen, to be found and encountered, you better give it the time. In fact, the Weaver card is also saying this week it's very important not to be too dismissive of opportunities that do fall in your lap or get suggested to you, especially if they do feel a little bit out of place. Because the more out of place something feels, it might actually be something trying to interject, something trying to spice up whatever you're working on or whatever circumstance that you're in. It may actually be offering a solution that is a little bit outlandish, or maybe out of our personal imagination, but it is something that, the universe is trying to make you pay attention to, even if it's not in, your usual specifications or your usual way of doing things. So be aware when it's interjecting. Don't dismiss or ignore, especially not habitually. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the Fool card inverted. And this is actually a really interesting card, because the impression I am getting from this really falls a lot in line with what we just saw with the Weaver. And it looks to me like there's an opportunity for you to maybe take advantage of an opportunity that somebody else is passing up, or other people in the workforce are turning down. And with the Fool card inverted, it is talking about basically boldly going where other people fear to tread. And because the Fool card inverted can talk about, people being a little bit jaded, or being a bit high maintenance, too picky, and maybe that's actually what's causing them to be held back. And so your message with this card is to basically pay attention to where, again, what other people are rejecting this week is meant to be something that you can actually nab and grab. The Scorpios actually got something very similar to this with with their card. It was basically talking about paying attention to where another person's failings or another person's trash is another person's treasure. Well, for you, it's a little bit different. This is kind of talking about what are other people afraid to take on. This could be also a great opportunity for those of you who are looking to start a new job, but you might not feel like you have the experience for it or the resume for it. Truth be told, you might not need it, and you might actually get it in training. For your communications with air, when it comes to the friends, the relatives, the others in your life, we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So you can expect that this week some outside assistance is going to be coming your way from a female friend, or most likely female because it is a queen, an earth sign, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. And usually with the Queen of Pentacles we see somebody who is trying to offer you an opportunity to employ her for free, or she may actually be offering money to employ you for a short period of time. Now this would be somebody that I think that we do know, either through, on a very personal level, or just through a very small degree of separation. And the nice thing about this Queen of Pentacles upright is that they are the type of person who's trying to maintain a standard of excellence. So if you are looking to enlist anybody to help you out, whether it's with a website, whether it's to do marketing, or maybe you're just looking for some assistance in any area, this is somebody you can count on to actually do the right job. But if you are looking for something that you can maybe pick up on the side, or just some surprise opportunities for extra income, again, just like the astrology, that's kind of what this week is all about. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the High Priestess upright. And when it comes to the High Priestess upright as a challenge, Pisces, this is basically, a need to pay attention to mentality about where, you might not necessarily be trusting your gut, as opposed to maybe thinking a little bit too much with emotional reactions. And there's a difference between our intuition and our emotional reactions. There's a difference between our intuition about the future and our feelings about our past. There are certain situations, maybe even people coming into your space this week, that may remind you of unhappier times or situations that did not turn out right. The thing is, with the High Priestess card, though, is your intuition may be telling you that this is actually a good person, but your emotional defenses are telling you, no, 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 we've been here before. And your challenge is to know, again, the difference. And a lot of people can't tell the difference between, knee-jerk reaction and intuition. And wisdom is knowing the difference. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Judgment card upright. And this card is a really sweet card to get because it does talk about something being brought to culmination in your love life, alright? The Judgment card always talks about sort of like a test we can pass, or sort of a graduation kind of moment, getting ready for the new era. And this could actually be really good news for those of you who've been hoping to maybe get a new era going with an existing partner. If things have felt like they're not necessarily, growing as fast as they could, or we plateaued a little bit, this is the kind of card you want to see. For those of you who are currently looking for new love, the Judgment card upright says that you may actually find love from somebody who really challenges you. And you may actually find that your partner will be challenging you a lot this week as well. And sometimes you don't like to be challenged, and doing horoscopes, I've learned some people just do not like to hear about the hard work part of that card. But one of the things that I definitely like about that is sometimes you do get that very amusing bonding moment where we test each other in a constructive way. And that's what the Judgment card is all about. Constructive testing in relationships. Not manipulation, not any of that crazy, petty, theatrical drama stuff, but that testing of how far we've come. So that is your forecast, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.